They say that behind every great man there stands a great woman. But what if the roles were reversed? Duh. Have you ever heard of the Mountain Man of India? Well, this is the story of a man who was loved by his wife so much that he spent 22 years of his life chipping away at a mountain to build her a path. Our story begins in the Indian state of Bihar. This is a very poor village. It's cut off from the rest of the world. The villagers have no access to healthcare, education, or even proper roads. Now in this village, there lived a young man named Dashrath Manjhi. He was a strong and silent man, a true blue hard worker, and he had a loving wife named Fulmani Devi. The two were childhood sweethearts, and their bond only grew stronger with time. They had 2 kids together, a boy and a girl. Their lives were simple, but they were happy. One day, tragedy struck. Dashrath's wife fell ill. She needed medical help, and so he carried her to the nearby town. But on the way, she passed away. Devastated by the loss, Dashrath took his wife's body for cremation. But little did he know that this was the start of a nightmare. You see, the only road to the cremation ground was blocked. It was blocked by a huge hill made of rocks and boulders. To get to the other side, one had to take a long and risky detour. And by the time Dashrath reached the cremation ground, his wife's body had begun to decompose. Filled with grief and anger, he vowed to build a road through the mountain. He would carve a path so that no one had to suffer like him. And the next morning, he began to work. Dashrath chipped away at the mountain, removing one rock at a time. Day in and day out, he worked tirelessly. He removed thousands of rocks, but the mountain seemed endless. After a few months, people began to notice him, and they joined in. Slowly, a road began to take shape. Villagers began to use it. Their crops could now reach the market. Their children could go to school. Their families could visit doctors. Soon, the mountain was no longer an obstacle. It was a thing of the past. But Dashrath wasn't done. You see, he had promised to build a road for his wife, and he wanted it to be the best. Every evening, after the villagers left, he would come back with a hammer and chisel. He worked through the night. His only company was the sound of the hammer and the moon up in the sky. Year after year, he carved out the mountain. Finally, after 22 long years, the day arrived when Dashrath broke through the rock. He had created a road about 110 meters long, 30 meters wide, and 3 meters deep. It was a spectacular sight. People from all around came to see it. They called him the Mountain Man of India. Journalists and politicians began visiting him. Some offered him money, some offered him government jobs, but Dashrath refused it all. He was a simple man who just wanted to fulfill his promise to his wife. Today, that mountain no longer stands. In its place is a wide road that connects hundreds of villages. Today, the people of Bihar travel to Nepal and beyond, but they never forget the man who made it possible. So this is a story about love. It's a story about a man who is willing to move mountains for his wife, and sometimes all it takes is one man with a dream to change the world. And I have another story for you. It's the story of a homeless man who became a millionaire.